All right, 6 days out. We got our first meal of the day, so let's go through it. We've got our 8 ounces of some flank steak here. Just super simple. I literally just tossed it on the pan. Nothing crazy. I might have overcooked it a little bit, to be perfectly honest. I'm more of a medium rare guy. And we've got exactly 7 pieces of Jenny O turkey bacon. There is no science whatsoever behind the reason that it's 7 pieces as opposed to 6. 7 pieces is just all I had left in my refrigerator. For this first day of True Peak Week, I was partly just looking through my refrigerator to see, okay, what have I already got that I can kind of kill off and go through? What proteins do I have? So turkey bacon was one of them. We have same reason why there's 1 egg instead of 2, instead of 3. I had 1 egg left. So get some nice protein there. And then 8 ounces of our air fryer potatoes. I season these with non-salt seasoning for my entire day right now that I have planned out. MyFitnessPal, I'm pretty much right at the limit of where I want to be sodium-wise, about 2,500 milligrams. So I don't want to go really any higher than that. So any seasoning or cooking that I use on top of just the food sources themselves are either just like black pepper, no salt seasonings. This is the one I actually use on the flank steak. We got our Hatch style green chili, which I'm pretty sure is just ground up Hatch green chili. So we'll see how that tastes. And I also got a little bit of this Lola's hot sauce. I won at Walmart. They had a little bin of like little bites, travel size hot sauces like this. So I just went crazy. I grabbed a handful a while back thinking, oh, I'm going to be able to use those. At one point, I'm just going to stock up on them. They're like $1 each. 10 milligrams of sodium, so I can just kind of drizzle it on everything, which I'm going to do right now to make everything a little bit more tolerable and not really have to worry about measuring it out because it's so low. 10 milligrams is so minute in the grand scheme of things. Out of 2,000, 2,500, not going to matter. And of course, got our liquid death, a little water, some sparkling water, just pure sparkling water. Some people say you should stick to flat water for competitions. I don't really care. I like sparkling water. The way I look at it, it's literally, it's air. It's literally just air. Yeah, I think it's totally fine. Plus, this week is about to get a lot more miserable, especially midweek when I'm down to like basically keto levels. It's going to get like really, really, really low carbs. So something like this, just to help you feel a little bit fuller, a little more satisfied, a little more satiated, I think is totally worth the trade-off. Like, yes, if it makes you 1.01% hold more water to you, I personally think that's worth it because your willpower and everything, that only gets you so far, dude. Like, you've got to make this sustainable because you've got to do this for an entire week. So if there's little sacrifices and trade-off you got to make like that, going of sparkling water instead of a flat water, I think that's totally worth it. So we're going to dig in and yeah, yummy. And we're back with meal number 2. We've got another 8 ounces of air fried potatoes here. Again, no salt seasoning, just keeping that sodium level low. And then we got a big old full pound of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, not chicken breasts. Whenever I can, I really like to go for chicken thighs as opposed to chicken breasts. They're really not much more fattening. I don't really understand how they do those nutrition labels because sometimes I've seen them and they have like 9 grams of fat, and these ones at Costco were 4.5, so maybe they trim them, something like that. But they're just more flavorful and they're more enjoyable. The only time that I won't use these is if I'm doing something in the air fryer, like like chicken strips or fried chicken sandwich, something like that. But yeah, got big old helping of protein. Got my little hot sauce. Another liquid death. We're going for about 1.5 gallons of water today. The water intake is going to increase over the course of the next few days. Eventually, we're going to get like 3 gallons a day. I'm going to be one of those idiots in the gym walking around with like an entire gallon of water, and that's just going to be me everywhere. But thankfully, it's only short term. If you're a guy walking around, I'm glad you're hydrated, but dude, just take like a normal water bottle. I don't understand the gallon of water thing. Just buy a normal water bottle like everybody else. I don't get that. But yeah, let's dig in, and then we got one more meal for the day, and that'll be really the first true day of peak week here. And we are on to our final meal of the day, hands down the one that I've been looking forward to the most. I've got to get used to this meager bit of enjoyment because from now until about Thursday, it's going to be absolutely awful. So we've got chocolate baked oats here. This is actually a recipe that I posted on YouTube a while back. So I did a deep dive into. I just did not feel like coming up with something new. So I just thought, oh gosh, what have I made before? And that's something I really recommend too, is that when you come up with something, when you come up with a meal idea or a recipe that you really like, go in MyFitnessPal and you can click the three dots and you can say save it as a meal, you can say save it as a recipe. And it's good to just kind of build up a little bit of a database like that. So whenever you're in a pinch, you've always got something that you know is going to hit all your macros pretty well, and you can just like, whip out and on the drop of a hat. And so I forgot how slept on and how goated baked oats are. This literally tastes like a nice little brownie, but yeah, good source of carbs here. And then my last little carb source, got my little pint of Halo Top strawberry ice cream. This whole thing only has about 11 grams of sugar for the entire pint. This is like not really apropos of nothing. This is just talking about how much I love Halo Top. So this is going to be my last little bit of carbs here to get me to my 200 for the day. People really misconstrue, I think, eating clean peak week wise with, it's not necessarily who has the cleanest diet is just going to automatically win. It's a very calculated maneuver of I need this many carbs on this day, I need this many on this day, I need to keep my sodium under this level, I need to keep this to do this to my body to make sure that I don't do this. So it's there's a lot of just like weird calculation stuff that you do in a week like this that is just not really normal dieting, but I'm going to enjoy this nice little dessert. Tomorrow's dessert, as you'll see, is not anyone's, I think, idea of a very scrumptious dessert. But yeah, let's dig in. I should do a peak week like this every week. All right, guys, we're 5 days out, so let's see what we've got here. In front of me, this delicious-looking concoction is a debloating smoothie that I found on Tasty, which is one of my favorite apps and where I get a lot of recipe ideas, actually. So what we've got in here is a banana, some frozen pineapple, a little bit of cucumber, about a quarter of a cucumber, some coconut water. What else we got in there? My brain can't even think right now. A little bit of ginger, about a thumb of ginger root, and I got the squeezed up bottle just because peeling those roots is a monumental pain in the ass, in my opinion. And a little bit of matcha powder where the green color comes from. And basically what this is, every single one of those ingredients has some sort of enzyme or property in them, and the whole idea is that this is going to aid in my dehydration, if you will, flushing the water and liquid out of my body to make me look as dry and as like lean and thin skin and all that as possible. This is actually where the majority of my carbs are going to be coming from over the course of this week. The other source is going to be just simple carbs like potatoes, a little bit of sugar, especially as I get up to the carb up days. Then I'll kind of add some simple sugars in there. I'm really looking forward to that day, but this is what we're starting out with, so bottoms up. It's actually not that bad. Yeah, it just tastes like some health green juice or whatever, so there are a lot worse things to be trying to force down here. This is I feel like, ooh, it's like nice and crisp morning smoothie juice, whatever. All right, next meal up here. I guess you can call this lunch, brunch, breakfast, whatever. We've got 8 ounces of air fryer potatoes, and we got a full pound of boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I seasoned with this KB Korean barbecue seasoning, which actually has very low sodium in it, only 45 milligrams per quarter teaspoon. So I was able to just throw a big old teaspoon on there. I'm right at my 2,000 milligrams of sodium per day, all planned out and everything. I'm going to add a little bit more of this little the Lola's hot sauce. I'll kind of spread that out throughout the day because, as you'll see, it's going to be a lot of the same. One thing I did too to kind of improve the flavor, tastiness, enjoyment was I just cooked these on the pan in some avocado oil. 90% of the time I'll use like avocado oil or olive oil almost exclusively for cooking because I just like them best. I'll use avocado oil a lot more than I will olive oil, especially on like open pan stuff because it has a lot higher smoke point. Olive oil, when you heat it up, I mean, if you have a little 600 something square foot apartment like I do, and you don't want to set the smoke alarm off every 2 seconds, avocado oil is definitely a better way to go. But once this was all done cooking in the pan, I basically took these out of the air fryer, tossed them in that same pan, and kind of swirled them around to soak up more of that oil and all that delicious flavor. That's my Gordon Ramsay. So yeah, let's dig in. And this is actually, I'm going to be honest, looks look pretty good. So yeah, let's do it. Let's get some protein, get some carbs. All right, dinner time. So I have a pound of sea scallops here, and no, I did not plan it this way. I did not. I'm not trying to be some like Squilliam fancy pants with some ridiculous dinner during peak week of prep. I literally I impulsively bought a 2-pound bag of these frozen from Costco like months ago. And I bought them for absolutely no reason. Then I saw them. I was like, oh, I love sea scallops, and I don't normally see them here. You know what? Screw it. I'm picking up a bag, and I'll figure out something to do with them later. And I just rolled with it. So I'm gonna be having a pound of these every day. So I pretty much got my proteins like down pat for the week. It's gonna be a pound of the chicken thighs, the boneless chicken thighs, and a pound of these sea scallops. I gotta say, I make peak week taste pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. And I just have a little side of vegetables here. And literally all I did is the same trick where I just did these for a few minutes on each side in the pan, made some garlic butter by combining garlic and butter. And once they were taken out, there was so much of that juice and that that butter and everything left that I just put this bag of frozen vegetables in there and just literally did it all in the same pan. That is one of the biggest tips. If you ever do something in the pan and you have some stuff left over like that, do not throw it away. That, like, you got to savor that flavor. I did not mean to rhyme there, but you really do. So I'm gonna take a bite of these right now, actually. It's a pretty damn satisfying dinner, if I do say so myself. It'd be nice to have more carbs, but that's what Thursday and Friday is for. All right, finishing off final meal of the night. I had a liquid death. I don't know where I put it. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. But super, super simple. Remember what I was saying about how it's going to be a fun dessert? We've literally got some just plain grilled chicken breast here. I just used the pre-cooked kind with just like no seasoning or anything on it. And then we've got a little bit of blue agave on top for a little bit of simple carbs, and then finished off the rest of my little hot sauce bottle to give it kind of like a sweet and spicy sort of deal. But yeah, this is dessert for the week. Oh my gosh, guys. So we're 4 days out now. We're down to 100 grams of carbs for the whole day. And when I say I am feeling it, I mean, oh my God, am I feeling it. I have spent literally all of today feeling like complete shit. Like, it's not even like no energy. I just feel awful. This is the last meal of the day. I didn't feel like recording. Everything's like relatively similar. I'm only making minor adjustments in the diet through the whole week. So I'm not like having a different meal every day. It's basically the same stuff. Really, the only difference from yesterday was, like I said, we're down to 100 grams of carbs. So the potatoes this morning, along with those chicken thighs, I had less potatoes. There's no agave on the chicken this time around to get rid of those little bit of carbs. So it's just the plain chicken with that hot sauce, that same hot sauce that I had from the other day. It turns out it's ghost pepper sauce, which I did not see. They had the font really small, so I didn't realize it was that spicy when I bought it. But I'll wash this down with more liquid death, and I'll have another big bottle of water over here. I'm up to 2.5 gallons for the day, which is just laughable. I mean, I gotta say, that has been the hardest part so far today. Has not been like, okay, yes, like the food, I could have, I'm kind of hungry throughout the day. I've been literally surviving like gum and mints to keep myself sane. But drinking that much water, like that is not fun. Like that is work. So yeah, definitely not fun. But we're gonna throw this down. This will be the last meal of the day. Roll on into tomorrow. If today sucked, I don't even want to know what tomorrow's going to be like, because tomorrow we're down to 50 grams of carbs a day. And if I felt bad today, tomorrow I'm going to feel like straight death. But the good news is that Thursday and Friday we carb up, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, guys, it's the lowest carb day of the week. We're down to 50 grams for the whole day. No, I'm just kidding. I feel fine. I got to say, I feel exponentially better than I thought I would. It's really surprising. I think that first dramatic drop in carbs that one day, down to 100, was really what did it for me. But now that I'm already kind of like in low carb mode, it didn't throw me off as much. Oh my gosh, does this mean Clark is going to go keto now? Fuck no. I still love carbs. I'm still going to go back to it. It's not like I felt terrible and then I got rid of carbs and now I feel amazing. I felt great, then got rid of them and felt terrible, and now I feel normal again. It's going to make the carb up absolutely legendary on Thursday and Friday, tomorrow and the day after. So today we're down to 50, and tomorrow the plan is to bump it up to 200, which is relatively my normal. I went into this at 250 a day. This is the point where there isn't really like a right number for your macros and your carbs and everything like that anymore. It's very dependent on you personally and the way your body is and the way you handle things and how sensitive you are to carbs. So start at 200, see how that does. If it looks like my body can, absorb more and it's not like, making me balloon up, then I'll add another 50, go for 250. The goal and the plan is by Friday to be at 300 for the day. And as I do that, this is bottle number 7 of these. Had some liquid deaths in there too. We're at 3 gallons of water today, which is just like, I'm literally a camel. But as we go, simultaneously, as we're increasing the carb up, we're going to decrease the water intake. So today's 3 gallons. Tomorrow we're going to be down 1.5 gallons. Friday is going to cut that in half again. So 3/4 of a gallon, so 3 quarts. And then Saturday is going to be not that much water at all. Maybe like a bottle this size for the whole day, if that. So that'll be a lot of fun. But I tried to save the best meal for last here, so I've got my scallops again. The only difference between today and yesterday was, again, to get rid of those extra 50 carbs. Didn't have any potatoes with my chicken thighs. Didn't have any vegetables with this plate. And for that debloating smoothie, I only had half of one instead of a full serving. But I'm going to get a serving and a half tomorrow, so it all works out. But let's dig into this nice caramelized butter. Start adding your butter. More butter. Oh my God. I should do this more often. Not a peak week, but like scallops. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Pound of boneless, skinless chicken thighs and 10 ounces of potatoes. Oh my God, I love carb up day. I love it. I also finished off the other half of my debloating smoothie that I saved from yesterday. This is a full one, so we're having 1.5. I'm kind of OCD like that. Plus, it works out carbs and numbers wise. Finishing off a little bit of liquid death here. We're down from 3 gallons of water yesterday, which is still just laughable, down to 1.5 gallons today. And we're up to 200 grams of carbs so far is the plan. We'll see if maybe I can squeeze in another 50 based on how my body responds. I think I will be able to, but again, you just got to see. I mean, you kind of just, when it comes to these things, again, I've talked about it, there's really not a right or wrong number. You have to just look in the mirror and see how you feel and go from there. All right. So I didn't want to record anything yet until the end of the day because today I went in and got my hilarious Pro-Tan spray tan. It's funny, when you first get it on, it gets darker as you as you go. So when I first got home a couple hours ago, I was like, oh, that's not so bad. But as I'm looking at it, I'm like, whoa, 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 hey, calm down, calm down. You're good, man. You're good. You were good like three shades ago. This is probably the meal I've been looking forward to most. Again, I like to kind of save one of my favorite ones for the end of the day to like finish on a strong note, and just in general, not during competition prep or anything. But we've got our pound of scallops here. We've got a full pound of yellow potatoes. Today has been the biggest carb day for me all week. It was 300 grams. This is about to be 300 grams. And I feel like my body's handled it really well and tolerated it really well. I was thinking I would go at 250, and this is why I like doing especially stuff like this too, kind of separating it out into just, if you bake like a loaf of bread or something, it's kind of like baked in, no pun intended, but potatoes are easy, and all I had to do was, if I got to this end of the day point and my body was like, okay, this is too many, you're starting to spill over, you're getting like puffy, back off the carbs. But now 300 feels pretty good, I think, for today. And then we got a little bit of vegetables here. Same deal, just in that garlic butter. I just cooked them right in the same stuff. So yeah, super, super good. And I've actually got my little goodie bag that I literally haven't even opened up yet. I just like threw it in the trunk. I wasn't paying too much attention. So we can go through it. Got our Slayer OCB t-shirt. Is it a medium? Oh, please be a medium. I swear to God, dude. Yes, medium. Okay. I always go a size smaller. Makes me look thinner. Who out there remembers Batman and Robin? Everybody shits on it. I think it's actually like kind of like a good movie, and it's, in like a quirky sort of, I mean, you just gotta love it for what it is. So yeah, a couple brochures. TG the gym. Oh, that's actually, I might check that out. Just I've been meaning to go there. Got our little patch. Got our little sticker. Oh, Ghost Hydra. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh yeah. If you don't know, Ghost is like my favorite supplement brand, and no, I'm not sponsored by them. I would love to be, but I like them honestly, and it's not even because anything like ingredients wise, whatever. I like them solely just because I think their flavors taste best. And then, okay, what we got here? This melted peanut butter bar, because it's been in my car. Barbell salty peanut butter bar. So yeah, you can try that out later. And our little pin. This is my competitor number. It's going to be number 7 tomorrow. And then the last thing, I feel like this is probably like a shaker bottle or something. They said this was like one of 2 gifts. Yeah, look at that. Oh, ooh, we got a Hemlix, not a Helix, Hemlix. Hey, well, hell yeah, dude. Green's my favorite color. So, yeah, good stuff. So let's dig into this. We got a very early morning tomorrow. I've got to be there at 6 a.m. to do this touch-up at a spray tan. So which means I have to wake up like 4:30 to leave. So we're gonna scarf this down. I might run to Walmart or something to grab like a couple kind of last-minute little ingredients for tomorrow, just to put on my food that I'm gonna bring with me. But yeah, tonight we are chilling. Might watch a little bit of House of Dragons, fire up some of the old Xbox games, something like that. I mean the OG shit from back in the day. I love Call of Duty, but I also love Knights of the Old Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. Well, almost. So it's the day of the show. The reason that I'm home as opposed to being at the venue is because 1, I live 20 minutes away, and 2, I had to wake up super, super early and get there at 6 to get the second coat of the spray tan. The competitors meeting check-in, which it turned out is like optional. The actual prejudging doesn't even start till 12. So a bunch of us who live in the area were like, well, I'm just gonna go home and come back. There's no sense waiting in this little hotel lobby for 6 hours for no reason. So that's what I'm doing. We've got our basically meals for the day. I'm gonna do one of these every about hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. Funny enough, I'm back to like the chicken Tupperware prep that I always like shit on, but it's only for one day. Literally just have some pre-cooked grilled chicken breasts here. Nice little sauce. So this is about 3.5 ounces of chicken breasts each. I just literally got the pre-cooked package that you can get from Costco that comes with like 10 of them. And on each one of these Tupperwares, I put a little bit of this Walden Farms, this Chipotle Ranch. I really like these guys. 0 calories, 0 basically everything. The only thing that's in there is sodium. It's 360 milligrams, which is precisely the reason that I got that. Because everybody thinks on the show day of a bodybuilding competition that like you need to eat like sugary stuff and, you know, sugar candy and all that, which is kind of true. I mean, I've got my little Rice Krispie treat here to get my carb in with this. So this right here is like my whole meal for the, you know, for the every 2 hours bit. So I do have my carbs and sugar here, but on top of that, salt and sodium is really important to, you know, get like, you know, get that going. So I wanted a sauce that I knew was going to have a good amount of like saltiness in it, but I didn't want to get something like Frank's red sauce or Red Hot, which is, even though it's awesome, it's not really good if you're kind of limiting your water intake. This 32-ounce bottle is basically going to be it until the show and final is over. So I've got to, you know, figure. I don't want to make the same mistake I did a few years back when the first time I did one of these, and I got as my candy sour Skittles because I was like, oh yeah, Marshawn Lynch, you know, beast mode, Seahawks, and I took one bite and I was like, these are really sour and I can't drink any water. I did not think this through very well at all. So not going to do that. I'm a little smarter, a little wiser this time around. So this is actually number 2. We're going to throw this down and then literally just going to chill at home. Maybe probably start editing this video and some other ones on my computer. And then a couple more hours, we'll head back. We'll do the meeting, do the check-in, and start pumping up, baby.
All right, quarter turn to your right. 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 Seven and 3, trade places 7 and 3. Quarter turn to your right. Quarter turn to your right. Quarter turn to your right. Quarter turn to your right, face front. All right, thank you, gentlemen. You can exit stage. Quarter turn to your right. Quarter turn to your right. your right, face front. Alright, number 10 and number 3 trace braces. 10 and 3, 10 and 3. One trace braces, 8 and 1. Forward turn to the right. Forward turn to your right. Forward turn to your right. Forward turn to your right, face front. So number 9 and number 4 trade places, 9 and 4. Number 6 and number 8 trade places, 6 and 8. Forward turn to your right. Forward turn to your right. Forward turn to your right. Forward turn to your right.
There you go, Nick. Finish it up. Come on, man.
Number 7 and number 2 trade places, 7 and 2. Five and 3 trade places. Forward turn to your right. Quarter to your right. Quarter turn to your right.
right, guys, prejudging is done. Hope you can hear me with the music blasting in the background. So thankfully, the men's physique category that I was in went first, so I got to go up and strut my stuff first. I think it went pretty well, as far as I know. There were like 10 of us out there at one point, which is got super crowded. But yeah, they worked us out there for a while. We were probably out there for like a good 15 minutes, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's all done now. So now all we do is just chill backstage for like the next 2 hours until they'll do the finals. So they come out and tell everybody, you know, how they placed, how that works, that whole thing. And I'm gonna do a little like individual T-walk, like kind of routine, which was optional. So of course I fucking signed up. You know, might as well. Gotta put on a show, right? So yeah, we're just chilling now. We got a couple more meals saved up for the next, you know, get me through the next 2 hours. Gonna have one more chicken, one more Rice Krispie, because I want to make sure that when we go off the finals, I'm still like, you know, you don't want to just let yourself go in the course of the next 2 hours. So still, you know, get the pump back, make sure you got carbs and everything, stay just a little bit hydrated. But yeah, the hard part is kind of done. So I'm sorry, you need to see him again.
And in fourth place, number 3, Richard Pacheco. And in third place, number 7, Clark Hill. And in second place, number 6, Silver Merritt. And in first place, we have number 2, Nathan Odinze.
All right, we are back from spray tan number 2. This one was it's a lot more interesting of a go around than last time. So this is the Whitney Jones Natural Classic that's coming up. Doing that tomorrow, so we're one day out. And for those of you who are not familiar with Arizona and the greater Phoenix area at all, it's down in Chandler, Arizona, and it's down almost kind of like on the outskirts of town. And what you have to understand about Arizona is that in the greater Phoenix area, everybody kind of hears about like Phoenix, Scottsdale, kind of like the Beverly Hills of Arizona. But when the more the outskirts of town you start getting, it definitely goes back to its cowboy roots. And so I guess they're doing it at like this event center that's like this, almost like this old west town. And I show up there and like all the gates are closed. So because you're out in like the way out there. And so you're basically like on a giant ranch. And I'm like trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. And I finally see like one guy walking into this big red building, and he's got, track pants on. I was like, okay, maybe there's fitness related things going on in there. And so to get the spray tan, I have to walk like half a mile across this giant old west town, and I'm on the phone with the spray tan people who do it, and I was like, hi, yeah, I'm here for the spray tan. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. She's like, oh yeah, it's like an old west town. I'm in front of the saloon. I was like, okay, I'm here. I think I'm in front of the sheriff's jail. Oh yep, there's the blacksmith right there. I was like, where the hell am I? And so yeah, out there getting your spray tan in it's like 110 degrees. And it was almost comical, but did the check-in. Got another goodie bag here. Dude, these places and the goodie bags, man, I love them. So again, this is another one I haven't opened up. So let's check out, see what we got here. Got a nice little towel for toweling things. Don't forget to bring a towel. Got a couple things from the tanning place. So I think this is probably some probably like post, maintain your spray tan, that sort of stuff. Got this little Hawaiian handkerchief deal. Like, okay. What else we got in here? Got a little, is this cinnamon toaster pastries. Okay. It's like, what in the hell? Oh God, it's protein powder. Jeez, I was like, this feels really soft for a oh my gosh, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Pop-Tart. Holy shit, my brain is like just fried. Got a protein bar. Got salted toffee pretzel. I'm definitely gonna throw that down probably tomorrow. Got this little travel case for got like pre-workout, like basically like 1 scoop of pre-workout. For me, that's like just to get me through my first set. I'm a pre-workout guy. Got what is this? Explosive thermogenic. Jesus. Okay. Oh my God. These little peanuts or something like that. That's like basically it. There's a couple business cards and little free tokens and whatever and stuff like that. But other than that, it was a big carb day. I decided to experiment a little bit between now and the last show because I figured, you know what, screw it. I got nothing really to lose. This is definitely a smaller one from what I can tell. I think one of the women running it said there was like 50 guys, which to put it in perspective is like really, really, really small for one of these. So it's been a big carb day. I experimented with last week for the OCB one. I did on my second highest carb day to carb up. It was 250 grams for the day, and then the following day was 300. And so this time around, I said, "The hell with it. Let's just, I think I can absorb more. I think I can get away with more to try and come in even fuller without losing definition." So yesterday was 350 grams. Today is 400. And I've basically had these little, I don't have the package because I threw it away because these are just awesome. But these little Brookside chocolate acai covered blueberries or something like that. My dad actually snagged some of these from the hotel room my family was staying at to come see me last weekend. And in typical dad fashion, he's like, "Oh, here, take these. I got them from the hotel room." So I took one look at those. I was like, you know what? I can use these. So I picked up like another small little bag, and I've basically just been snacking on these all day. Just kind of like grabbing one here and there throughout the day, which I think is good to kind of give me like a nice even flow of carbs and simple sugars. And also, they're just so damn good, dude. I can't hold myself back anymore at this point. This is like one of the toughest parts of any sort of like intense diet competition thing is saying that like, okay, you're allowed to eat candy and chocolate, but you have to eat the correct amount. There's nothing more frustrating. So I'm gonna pop 2 of these back. We're gonna finish these off. It's like my last meal of the day, if you will. Hit the hay, and then tomorrow morning we're back down in the Old West town. Make sure to get your carbs then, pilgrim. My way to spray tan numero dos. Do a little touch up later right before we go on, and then that'll be it. You guys get to see the what I was talking about yesterday about this like western town that we're going to. It's the most hilarious thing ever. I'm just glad they have it running on propane.